To rise above the competition, generations of Wittenberg Tigers have been encouraged to reach down deep for something more. More than skill or strength, more than precision or power, they were asked to do something extra, something beyond themselves. They needed to tiger up. Coined by a Hall of Fame coach and chanted repeatedly for decades since, Tiger Up serves as the rallying cry for championship teams and All-American performances. It calls us to greater determination and an unwavering spirit. To wear the red and white of Wittenberg is an honor, a tradition of excellence to uphold. So is the opportunity to tiger up. It's more than a phrase, it's a legacy that binds us, uniting us in victorious celebration and spurring us on to greater heights, even in defeat. Tiger Up echoes across campus, bridging the past and the present as we stand together as Wittenberg Tigers. With the trademark now officially ours, we embrace a new era where the roar of the Tigers resounds louder than ever before. And through it, we will continue to define what it means to compete at the highest levels, inspired by tradition and in full embrace of a promising future. Tiger Up.
It's the start of the NCAA season here at Pam Evans Smith Arena as we are set for this exciting matchup between Oberlin and Wittenberg. Hello, folks, and welcome to the Tiger Sports Network. Jackson Lightcap with you and the entire TKDS Sports Network crew, including some of our student producers on site as well. The Wittenberg Tigers, they enter this game 4-2 so far on the season, coming off an exhibition loss against Division I Purdue Fort Wayne from the Horizon League, 95-64. As for Oberlin, they enter this one at 4-3, and not only are Oberlin entering this one at 4-3 on the season, they are also looking for their first win against the Wittenberg Tigers since November 15th of 2015. They have dropped 15 straight to the Wittenberg Tigers since their last victory. The Wittenberg Tigers are going to be heading into this one led, of course, by Trey Killens, but Tyler Galuch has certainly stepped up off the bench, coming off a 17-point performance against Mount St. Joseph 8 days ago. Let's take a look at our first look at our starting lineups. First, with the visitor, Oberlin. Will Boski will get the start, the junior guard. We will also see Okubo Dabai. We also see Andrew Gannon and Mitch Chonovich. As for the Wittenberg Tigers, we will see Jeff Queen, Cameron Harrison, Trey Killens, Eddie Brown, and Daniel Asher. Those are your starting five. And with that being said, let's take you down to the floor for all the pregame festivities, including your national anthem and your starting lineups.
Cooperation by sporting participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other imitating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated on grounds of removal from the second petition. Also, consumption or possession of alcohol beverage is prohibited. The NCAA thanks you for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a wonderful country that offers freedoms like no others. At this time, please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Yuki Ukobu. Number 21, Andrew Gannon. Number 30, JJ Gray. And number 35, Mill Loon, Mitch Shawan. Oh, Vic. The young coached by Shavi Chantil, Nate Smith, Cole Van Tilburg, and Corey Emmermine. And now the starting lineup for your Wittenberg Tigers. Number 0, Jeff Queen. Number 4, Cameron Harrison. Number 12, Trey Killens. Number 23, Eddie Brown. And number 22, Daniel Asher.
As we mentioned before, it's the start of NCAC play. Jackson Lightcap here on the Tiger Sports Network, powered by TKDS. Oberlin comes to town to Springfield, Ohio to take on the Wittenberg Tigers. Tigers 4-2, Oberlin 4-3, and we are about set to get this NCAC matchup underway. Hello, folks. Glad you're with us as tip-off about ready to commence at midcourt. It should be a fun one today. Again, the start of NCAC play, and not only that, but Oberlin looking for their first victory against the Wittenberg Tigers in 15 tries. They have not beaten them since November 15th of 2015. Busquet will tip off, going up against Eddie Brown. Ball's up in the air. We're underway from Pam Evans Smith Arena as Trey Killens will haul down the tip-off. Eddie Brown wins it, and the Tigers will start on offense. Here's Killens, kicks this one out to Jeff Queen. Queen backs his way inside, going to work, gets inside, pulls up, turns around, and won't get that one to go. And the rebound pulled down by Michanovic. Michanovic, the leading rebounder for Oberlin so far on the season. The 6'10" sophomore who weighs 225 pounds from Western Reserve Academy is going to play a big impact today. Here he goes to work, and right up and under Daniel Asher, and we all have our first points of the contest. It goes to Michanovic, and Wittenberg quickly back down the other end of the floor. Give and go. Here's Trey Killens. Killens leaves this one inside. Brown going to work. Brown pump fake, sends this one out to Harrison. Harrison lets it fly, and down it goes. Cameron Harrison knocks down the trifecta. Harrison, who's averaging 9.3 points per game this season. He shoots 33% from beyond the arc, and he's 1 for 1 so far today, and the Tigers are on top with $1:20 gone by. Looks to drive. Here's the floater at the rack. Can't get that one to go. Okubo was the one who took the shot, and it's quickly back out once again for Oberlin. Michanovic has it at the top of the key after the offensive rebound. Give and go to Andrew Gannon, and Gannon knocks down the trifecta. Gannon answers back. Cameron Harrison's three with one of his own, as that'll put Oberlin back up on top here by 2 as they give this one to Asher. Asher wanted to give it to Harrison. Instead, he finds Queen in the corner. Queen pump fakes, goes up, gets inside, looking for the foul, can't get it. Tipped around down low, and the rebound pulled down by Michanovic. Michanovic already a couple of rebounds so far early on. We're only about 2 minutes gone by in this one. From the elbow, shot on the way, won't go. And the long rebound will go out. It will be recovered by Busquet. Busquet sends this one to J.J. Gray. Gray, the freshman, the leading scorer for Oberlin so far this season, who's averaging 12.1 points per game. And in fact, he's the only scorer in double digits. As the ball there will go out of bounds, and Wittenberg will take over. Killens will slowly walk the ball up the floor. Killens has this one back out on the wing. Sends it to Queen. Queen in the corner, and Queen knocks down the trifecta. Jeff Queen from downtown knocks it down. And the Tigers now 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. 3 minutes gone by, and all 6 of their points have come from beyond the arc. And the Tigers, a team that only shoots 35% from 3. Another turnover there by Oberlin. And here come the Tigers back down the other end of the floor. Harrison pump fakes, looks to drive, pulls up, baseline jumper, won't go. 2 Yale men in the area, pulls down the miss. That's Michanovic. Michanovic grabs his 3rd rebound already of the contest. Gets inside, won't go. Here's Killens. Killens up the other end, off the glass, rolls around, can't get it to fall. The UMN second-year team under Shiva Sentil. Sentil in his first year went 8-18. He's 12-21 for his first 33 games here at Oberlin College. Michanovic looks to drive. I beg your pardon, that was J.J. Gray, and J.J. Gray gets the rack. It's good. 4 minutes gone by. Up the other end of the floor, here comes Jeff Queen. Queen sends this one over to Harrison. Harrison with the screen. Wanted to get that 3. And instead, he'll dish this one out to Trey Killens with 15 on the clock. Now Harrison gets it back. He'll launch the trifecta. Won't go, and we're going to have a loose ball foul. This one will be going on the 6'6" sophomore forward from Olentangy Orange High School. That's Eddie Brown. And we will have our first media timeout of the contest. Timeout taken. 7-6 Oberlin on top of the Tigers. We'll be back here on the Tiger Sports Network, powered by TKDS. Well, when it comes to the preseason polls that were released in the NCAC at the beginning of the season, Wittenberg was picked 6th and Oberlin was picked 7th in the NCAC preseason polls. They square off here in night number 1 of NCAC action. And Pam Evans Smith Arena. Here's J.J. Gray as Gray backs up inside, puts up a shot, short arms it, can't get it to fall. The rebound will be pulled down by Eddie Brown, and here comes Brown. Brown gaining some ground, getting inside, goes up, and the hook shot off the glass will fall, and Eddie Brown, he's on the board with his first bucket of the evening. Jeff Queen, Cameron Harrison, they've both knocked down trifectas for the Wittenberg Tigers. Brown, he's knocked down one from inside the paint. And 5 minutes gone by, that's where our score stands. 8-7, Tigers lead. Tyler Galuch, the true freshman, checks back in for Wittenberg. He has been a force to be reckoned with over the last couple of games, coming off a 17-point performance against Mount St. Joseph last Tuesday. Trying to get a pass back out. J.J. Gray's pass is tipped there by Brown. Falls in the hands of Harrison. Galuch gets inside, and Tyler Galuch gets to the rack. His first minutes off the bench, gets it to fall. Tyler Galuch, what an incredible asset he has been so far this season for the Tigers, coming off the bench. As they find this one in to Michanovic. Michanovic, turnaround jump shot. That one's off the mark. And at the floor, the Tigers having a chance to go on a nice little run of their own. Here's Killens. Over to Harrison. Harrison, he had that big game in the second game of the season where he was in double-digit amount of scoring. He's looking to be that 1-2 punch with Trey Killens, their leading scorer. Killens obviously averaging 20 points per game. Harrison averaging 9.3. Talk about Galuch and his efforts off the bench. 8.5 points average per game as Harrison will check out. Stewary, the freshman guard from Ashland, will check back in. Galuch inbounds it low to Killens. Killens up through contact. They'll get it to fall. And the Tigers up by 5, and they're on a 6-0 run over the last minute and a half. Trey Killens, he's on the board. His first bucket of the evening. Expect a lot more to come for Trey Killens. Quickly up the floor. Spiroglu with it. He's the leading scorer for Oberlin. Averaging, actually, I beg your pardon. He's coming off a 19-point performance, though, against Defiance in the win. Oberlin, they're on a 3-game winning streak. Gets inside. The hook shot, that one's not going to fall from Snipes Ray. Ball ends up in the hands of Trey Killens, and here comes Killens as Wittenberg looking to extend their run. Killens with it at the midcourt logo. Gives this one over to Galuch. Galuch back to Eddie Brown. Brown trying to find it inside to Dawson Scott. Well defended down low. 6 on the shot clock. Killens has it. Down to 3, Killen, step back 3, lets it fly, won't go. Long rebound, ends up in the hands of Stewart. Beautiful no-look pass inside, and Tyler Galuch is fouled. Galuch is fouled. He'll take a trip to the free throw line where he will shoot 2. First time Wittenberg will take a trip to the free throw line today, where they've shot 67% from the free throw line. Galuch, he's a 73% free throw shooter. He's there for 2. I'll knock the first one down. Tyler Galuch, the true freshman, staying local. He went to Springfield Catholic Central, where he averaged over 20 points per game in his senior season. Helped lead them deep into the postseason as well. Galuch going through his progressions. Shot is up, and it's good, and the Tigers favoring an 8-0 run over the Oberlin Yale men. Dean Tate checks in. We talk about him multiple times on the broadcast. An excellent football player on the gridiron as well. Multi-sport athlete here at Wittenberg University, joining the basketball team after the football season ended in that win against Worcester back in week 11 of the season. Here's Robert Millard, who just checked in. Millard finds a Spiroglou, and Spiroglou knocks down the trifecta. That'll end the 8-0 run that the Tigers had going for themselves. Here's Brown outside to Stewart. Back up to the top to Eddie Brown. Tyler Galuch over to Dean Tate. Tate looking to find it inside. Oberlin going with a 2-3 zone. Tate puts up a shot. Tate, hand in his face, it doesn't matter. Knocks it down. Great defense there by Okubo, but better offense by Dean Tate. Dean Tate's on the board. And Wittenberg now 6 players all on the scoreboard. We're just over 8 minutes gone by. Aaron pass almost went sailing out of bounds. Okubo had to go track it down. Outside to the wing, Aiden Miller for 3, and it's off the mark. Ball goes flying out of bounds, and the Tigers will take possession. And we will have a media timeout taken. 11:44 to play here in the first half. Wittenberg Tigers up 16-10 over the Oberlin Yale men. You're watching us here on the Tiger Sports Network, brought to you by TKDS Sports.
I don't need giant stadiums. I don't need to be lectured. The world telling me how it's all falling apart before I've even gotten started. What I need is my own pen. I need mentors, advisors, and brilliant minds who put just as much into my success as I do. I need more than a university. I need a partner who believes that a higher education takes all of us.
I'm thrilled to be at Wittenberg at this time and place, as the university is perfectly positioned to welcome an esports program like none other. Wittenberg's impressive athletics tradition and Tiger Up spirit, mixed with a strong commitment to student success, will allow for a program that competes at the highest level while also caring deeply for each player, both personally and professionally. Esports at Wittenberg will not only be about gaming, but will also be about changing the game. Together, we will build a supportive, dynamic community as we bring our own distinct light to the global phenomenon of esports right here in Springfield, Ohio. It's time to Tiger.
Coming out of the intermission, 11:40 to play here in the first. Tigers lead by 6 as Dean Tate will walk the ball up the floor as they find it into the starting center. That's Daniel Asher. Wittenberg drawing up a play, now going to work. It ends up in Tyler Galuch's hands, and Galuch gets to the rack. He'll draw the foul. And Tyler Galuch will take his second trip to the free throw line. He's already got 4 points in this one. He's 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. And Tyler Galuch takes a trip to the line for free throw attempts number 3 and 4 on the game. That foul will go on Anastasis Spiroglou. Anastasis Spiroglou will pick up the foul. That will be, actually, I beg your pardon, that will be on Hassan Snipes-Ray, his first team foul number 3 on Oberlin. Spiroglou was also in the area, but he was not the one who was charged for the foul. Galuch will knock the first one down. And the second one on the way for Galuch, and Galuch perfect at the free throw line. Buzzer will sound. He'll check out. Checking back into the game for the Tigers, Jeff Queen. Tyler Galuch, 5 points in this one. Beg your pardon, 6 points in this one. He's the leading scorer right now for the Wittenberg Tigers. Second leading scorer, Harrison and Queen, both with 3. Turnover woes starting to play an issue for Oberlin. Drives, gets inside, and a beautiful shot there. Beautiful shot by Snipes Ray. Snipes Ray, the floater, he was also hit. Snipes Ray will take a trip to the free throw line, where he'll attempt 2. Oberlin, they started off the year 1-3. Since then, they are on a 3-game winning streak where they put up 80 points against Defiance in a 21-point victory in their previous matchup. Wittenberg, they started off the season pretty hot. They're 4-2 right now. That does not include their exhibition game that they played on Saturday against Purdue Fort Wayne, a Division I basketball program from the Horizon League. Beautiful dish inside to Asher. Asher couldn't get it, but he's fouled. Cameron Harrison was the one to feed him inside. And Asher went up, and the foul there will be called on Snipes Ray. Son Snipes Ray will pick up his second. That's team foul number 4. Just south of 11 minutes to play, and Daniel Asher will take a trip to the free throw line. Asher at the line, a 73% free throw shooter on the season. First one up, and the first one is in. Couple of substitutions checking in for the Tigers. Trey Killens and Eddie Brown both back into the game, taking the place of Dean Tate and Dawson Scott. We also see Hassan Snipes Ray check out as Asher knocks down both free throw attempts, and the Tigers remain perfect from the stripe so far in the early going, 6 for 6. Wittenberg now coming out with a full court press, something they've ran with pretty much all year long. They did not show full court press early in this game, but the Tigers trying to force some turnovers. Beautiful move, and Spiroglu knocks it in from the elbow at the free throw line. 10.5 minutes to play, 6-point game. Trey Killens outside to Eddie Brown. Leaves this one over to Jeff Queen. Queen back to Cameron Harrison. Harrison, top of the key, dishes it back to Killens. Killens has a defender with him, step for step. Killens looking for an outlet pass, dishes this one out, 5 on the shot clock. Harrison going to work. Cameron Harrison, step back from the elbow. Shot rolling around, and he got it to fall. Cameron Harrison, a beautiful shot there as the shot clock expired. And Harrison, he's got 5. 2 for 4 so far from the field. It's quickly up the floor. Here comes Zach Brunson, the 5'11 junior guard. Dishes this one out, and Spiroglu knocks down the trifecta. Anastasas Spiroglu, he's coming off a 19-point performance we mentioned earlier in the broadcast against Defiance. So far, so good for Spiroglu. He's got 8. Gets inside, won't get it to go in the rebound. Going to be pulled down by Zach Bronson. Up ahead to Spiroglu. Spiroglu, he's had the hot hand lately. Beautiful inside pass, reverse layup as Robert Miller got to the rack, but the freshman's fouled. And Oberlin will take a trip to the stripe for the second time here tonight. They're 0 for 1 so far, and taking a trip will be Millard. Robert Millard, he is taking his first trip of the night to the free throw line. He'll knock the first one down. Robert Millard at the free throw line, a 70% free throw shooter on the season. Second one on the way, and he's 100% there. Knocks them both down. Just like that, in a blink of an eye, Oberlin has found themselves back into it. Just a 3-point game as Wittenberg's offense has gone ice cold. Only 1 bucket in the last couple of minutes. Asher leaves this one out to Killens. Killens trying to go to work, gets inside. 3 defenders on him. Doesn't matter, he'll take the shot, and he'll still drain it. Trey Killens put it up from the interior. Wittenberg gets a score from inside the post. Gillens will knock that one down. He's got 4. Ball tipped there by Queen. It goes out of bounds as Oberlin will retain possession. We mentioned it's the start of NCAC action here tonight. Some incredible games being played. We'll have score updates for you along the way as well. The Yeo men will go to inbound it. They get this one into Robert Millard. Millard getting some bench minutes here tonight. Double team converges. Wittenberg, some tenacious defense. Just able to break free as here's Zach Bronson, the junior guard with it. Gets a screen. Bronson gives this one to Spiroglu. Spiroglu from way downtown won't get it. Hot hand there, went ice cold. 5-point lead for the Tigers and possession of the ball. Killens wanted the in transition 3. Spiroglu with them step for step. Moving the ball around, here's Jeff Queen. Queen dishes it inside to Brown. Brown backing his way inside. Beautiful pass. One more to Dawson Scott. Scott goes up, knocks down the shot, and he'll take a trip to the free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play. Foul there will go on Maloon Michanovic. Michanovic, he spent the last couple of minutes on the bench, but Scott taking a trip to the free throw line for the first time today. And he'll knock it down. Wittenberg, perfect from the free throw lines thus far. 7 for 7. And the Tigers back up by 8. Spiroglu with it. Gives this one off to Andrew Gannon, the 6'3 junior. Gets inside. He'll draw the contact as well. And that foul will go on Cameron Harrison. Harrison will pick up his first. And that'll take us to a timeout. Just south of 8 minutes to play. And the Tigers with an 8-point lead.
I'm thrilled to be at Wittenberg at this time and place, as the university is perfectly positioned to welcome an esports program like none other. Wittenberg's impressive athletics tradition and Tiger Up spirit, mixed with a strong commitment to student success, will allow for a program that competes at the highest level while also caring deeply for each player, both personally and professionally. Esports at Wittenberg will not only be about gaming, but will also be about changing the game. Together, we will build a supportive, dynamic community as we bring our own distinct light to the global phenomenon of esports right here in Springfield, Ohio. It's time to Tiger Up. Let's go.
$7:59 to play here in the first half, and a trip to the free throw line coming up for Oberlin. After that foul was called there on Cameron Harrison. Coming back from the media timeout, Jackson Lightcap, Kevin Fowler, our producer, the entire TKDS Sports Network and Tiger Sports Network crew on tap here tonight. First free throw knocked down. Second one on the way. That one rattles in and out. Can't get that one to go. It's up the floor. Trey Killens has it. Crosses the midcourt stripe. Stewart checked back in at that media timeout. Here's Grayson Stewart. Stewart, backdoor cut, trying to get it to Galuch. It ricochets off Galuch. Scott was there, was able to get a shot off, just couldn't get it to fall. Up the other end of the floor, here comes Oberlin. Give and go. Gets inside, that's Bronson. Bronson a bit out of control, lost control of it. And the ball goes flying out of the baseline as Wittenberg will take possession with 7.5 minutes to play in the first. The TKDS Sports Network and the Tiger Sports Network happy to announce a new partnership, bringing you new production for all of Wittenberg Athletics and their home games. Make sure to watch live on the Tiger Sports Network or upgrade buy your pass to watch on Fire Stick and Roku TV by visiting www.tkdssports.com. You can also listen anywhere on the TKDS Sports Network radio app as well. Outside, 3 on the way, and Story knocks it down. Grayson Story becomes the 8th Wittenberg Tiger to put up points so far here in this first half. He's got 3, and the Tigers, they lead by 10. 30-20 the score, just south of 7 minutes. Gets inside to the rack, and a beautiful shot. Shot goes up there by J.J. Gray. J.J. Gray, the leading scorer. Only a freshman from Huntington Beach, California. He went to Fountain Valley High School. Killens has his back pocket picked. Sets quickly back up the other end of the floor. Here comes Okubo. Kubo to Gray. J.J. Gray gets inside, goes up. Brown rejects it, but a foul will be called. That foul will go on Eddie Brown, his second, team foul number 5, going against the Tigers with 6:20 to play here in the first half. We talked about it earlier on the broadcast. To the NCAC preseason poll, Wittenberg came into the season 6th, and Oberlin came into the season 7th. You talk about some of the top teams in the NCAC, Wabash certainly towards the top, Worcester, Denison, DePaul, Ohio Wesleyan all in front of Wittenberg and Oberlin. The 2 teams behind them, Hiram at 8 and Kenyon at 9. 6-point game here at Pam Evans Smith Arena. Here's Killens. Killens leaves this one over to Javen Landers. Javen Landers just checked into the game for the Tigers. Inside to Galuch. Galuch, the true freshman, he's tied up. Possession arrow back to Oberlin. So Oberlin will take possession, and with 6:04 to play in the first. So look to inbound this one down low. Gets this one in to Yuki Akobo. Kubo has it. 5'8" junior guard trying an inside pass. Nobody home. And the Tigers will take possession. Turnovers have been an issue so far today for Oberlin. Oberlin has turned over the ball now 5 times here in this first half. We're just over 14 minutes gone by in the first half. 5:50 to play. Tigers, they lead by 6. As here's Trey Killens. Killens with it. Leaves this one inside to Tyler Galuch. Galuch going to work. Galuch. The hook shot, can't get it. Got his own rebound. Second time, not a charm. Galuch 0 for 2 on that possession. Still the leading scorer for the Wittenberg Tigers with 6. Great ball movement by Oberlin. Gray trying to drive, and he's bumped there by Javen Landers. Landers will pick up his first personal foul. And it will be team foul number 6 going against Javen Landers. Oberlin will take it over on the sideline, going to inbound it. Busquet will check back into the game. It's been a while since we've seen Will Busquet III. Kubo has it. Kubo working against Killens. Killens not only just a great offensive player, a great defensive player, he could not get by the screen, and Akubo drives in. The floater is good. Back to a 4-point contest. As here comes Trey Killens. Killens with it. Leaves this one down to Tyler Galuch. Out on the wing, Dean Tate checks back in. Dean Tate, step back, lets it fly, and down it goes! Dean Tate, a beautiful step back. Got it to fall. And Dean Tate now is up to 5 on his point total here in the first half. Looks to drive. J.J. Gray will have a chance to answer back at a 3-point play at the other end of the floor. Drove in, foul was called. That time it should be going. Looks like they will get Tyler Galuch, the true freshman. Galuch will pick up his first. That's team foul number 7. That'll officially put Oberlin in the 1-1 bonus for the final 4:40 to play here in this first half. Killens over to Tate. Tate, he's had the hot hand once again, coming off of a terrific football season. Put up over 50 catches for over 700 yards. He also threw a touchdown pass in the final game as well. Now joining the basketball team, he played on the JV squad for the first couple of games back. Since then, he's been back on the main squad, and he has absolutely dominated. Outside three, that one falls. Andrew Gannon, and Gannon, he's got 4. With 4 minutes to play, here's Scott to Galuch. Galuch looking to drive, and a whistle is blown. Foul will be called. That'll go on Will Bousquet. Bousquet will pick up his first, team foul number 6, and we have a timeout taken on the floor. 1-point ball game. Tigers still out in front, just south of 4 minutes to play, and we'll be back here on the Tiger Sports Network after this message from Wittenberg University.
I don't need giant stadiums. I don't need to be lectured. The world telling me how it's all falling apart before I've even gotten started. What I need is my own pen. I need mentors, advisors, and brilliant minds who put just as much into my success as I do. I need more than a university. I need a partner who believes that a higher education takes all of us.
One-point ball game here on the Tiger Sports Network. Pam Evans Smith Arena, the Wittenberg Tigers and Oberlin Yeomen getting this NCAC schedule underway. Last game for both of these teams in November. They will both look forward to their December schedule as we move into the middle stages of the season. Tigers have it. Here's Dean Tate. Tate leaves this one over to Tyler Galuch. Over to Queen. Back to Cameron Harrison, who just checked back in. Harrison finds Tate at the elbow, and Dean Tate goes up and drains it. Tate's got 7, the leading scorer now for the Tigers with 3.5 to play here in the first half. Okubo gets this one, and a beautiful drive by Andrew Gannon. Andrew Gannon got it in the corner, drove baseline, got it to fall. Back to a 1-point contest here as Cameron Harrison will walk the ball up the floor. Leaves this one over to Queen. Queen has this one poked away. Last touch by Will Bousquet. Bousquet, the 6'2 junior guard from New York, went to Dalton School, where he played his high school basketball days. 35-34 the score. Here's Galuch out on the wing. Over to Queen. Bad pass, Galuch lucky enough to get it back, and Galuch drives inside and throws it down. Tyler Galuch, the true freshman, gets to the rack. Beautiful lane by Galuch, and Galuch took it. And a jump ball at the other end of the floor, and the Tigers are going to take possession. The true freshman, Tyler Galuch, slam a jam on at the other end of the floor and then tying up. Okubo on the other end. And the Tigers, with 2:46 to play in the first, starting to capture all the momentum. As Killens will walk the ball up slowly but surely. Over to Queen. Queen give and go to Killens. Killens back out to Queen. Remember, Jeff Queen, he had that trifecta, the second made basket of the game for Wittenberg. Out to Asher. Asher, the mid-range jump shot, won't go. Scott the rebound. Scott the putback, and Scott's fouled. Dawson Scott now taking a trip to the free throw line for 2 shots. Dawson Scott, 1 for 1 so far at the free throw line, heading back there for shots 2 and 3 for him on the game. He'll knock the first one down. Wittenberg has checked in 10 players in this game. 9 of them have recorded points. At least 2 or more points for the Wittenberg Tigers. 2:24 to play here in the first. Kibo with it, up the floor. Kubo gets inside. Looking for an outlet pass, gets this one back to J.J. Gray, the leading scorer for Oberlin. Looks to drive, rejected! Sent back by Trey Killens. Killens with the hops. And puts that ball into the Earth's mantle. Powerful rejection there by Trey Killens, who was your NCAC Player of the Week a couple of weeks ago. He has been nothing but brilliant so far this season. 5-point lead for the Tigers. Errant pass, and the Tigers force another turnover. Another turnover from Oberlin. That's their 7th turnover. And Wittenberg will take a 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout on the floor. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this message from Wittenberg University.
I'm thrilled to be at Wittenberg at this time and place, as the university is perfectly positioned to welcome an esports program like none other. Wittenberg's impressive athletics tradition and Tiger Up spirit, mixed with a strong commitment to student success, will allow for a program that competes at the highest level while also caring deeply for each player, both personally and professionally. Esports at Wittenberg will not only be about gaming, but will also be about changing the game. Together, we will build a supportive, dynamic community as we bring our own distinct light to the global phenomenon of esports right here in Springfield, Ohio. It's time to Tiger Up. Let's go.
Wittenberg's defense starting to get heated up on the defensive side of the floor, and it's translating to some offense. The Tigers, they lead this one by 5, south of 2 minutes to play here in the first. Gives this one over to Dean Tate. Dean Tate, he's had the hot hand for the Tigers thus far. He's off the mark. Dean Tate, his first miss from the field. He's 3 for 4 with 7 points for the Tigers off the bench. Tyler Galuch, 8 points also off the bench. We have a whistle blown, and a foul will be called that time on Jeff Queen. Queen will pick up his first. And that's team foul number 8. So Oberlin, they are in the 1-on-1 bonus, and taking a trip to the free throw line will be J.J. Gray. Gray, he's hit all of his free throw tries thus far. He's 3 for 3, now make it 4 for 4. And he is the first player for Oberlin that is hit double digits. He's got 10. Make it 11. And a substitution as Son Snipes Ray checks back in for Oberlin College. Snipes Ray, he spent a majority of that first half, especially the last 10 minutes, on the bench because of some foul trouble. He's already got 2 here in this one. Here's Killens, outside to Asher. Over to Queen. Queen, hand in his face. Doesn't matter, he'll take it anyway, and it's a bit too strong. Rebound ripped down by Snipes Ray. With 65 seconds to play here in the first half. Spirit Glue. Outside to Snipes Ray. Snipes Ray off the glass. It's good. Back to a 1-point game. South of a minute to play. First half that's been controlled by the Wittenberg Tigers. But the lead just cut down to 1 now for Wittenberg. They've led by as much as 9. Beg your pardon, 10 here in this first half. Tate looks to drive baseline, trying to dish this one out. 11 on the shot clock. Tate, wide open, takes it and drains it. Dean Tate, he's had the hot hand for the Tigers. 10 points for Tate coming off the bench. And a timeout taken as the shot clocks are turned off by Oberlin. A 30-second timeout taken by Oberlin, and the Yeomen can hang on to the possession of the ball for the final shot here of this first half. 42-38. Wittenberg leads, and what a performance thus far by Dean Tate. Dean Tate coming off the bench, 4 for 5 shooting the basketball, 10 points. And Tyler Galuch, 8 points also off the bench, shooting 2 for 4 from the field. When you look at Wittenberg, 18 points from Dean Tate and Tyler Galuch combined, all of them coming off the bench. Wittenberg in general, 26 of their 42 points have been coming from players that have come off the bench. Their leading scorer, who was in the starting 5, was Cameron Harrison with 5. We also can include Dawson Scott. He came off the bench. He's got 5 as well. Trey Killen's the leading scorer for Wittenberg, who's averaging 20 points per game on the dot. He's only got 4 so far in this first half. So Oberlin, they've done a great job shutting him down. Killens has gotten off 5 shots. He's 2 for 5. It's been from the bench players, Galuch and Tate thus far. 15 seconds. Shot clock's turned off. Okubo will try to milk some of the time. Okubo sends this one to Spiriglu. Spiriglu for 3. That one's off the mark. Scott rips it down. 4 seconds. Asher up ahead. Launches the half-court shot on the way, and it's just wide left. And that takes us to the intermission. The Wittenberg Tigers lead it at the half. 42-38 after a brilliant first half performance from both Dean Tate and Tyler Galuch. We're paused here on the Tiger Sports Network and the TKDS Sports Network for the halftime break. 42-38, Tigers lead at the half, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes for the start of the second half.
To rise above the competition, generations of Wittenberg Tigers have been encouraged to reach down deep for something more. More than skill or strength, more than precision or power, they were asked to do something extra, something beyond themselves. They needed to tiger up. Coined by a Hall of Fame coach and chanted repeatedly for decades since, Tiger Up serves as the rallying cry for championship teams and All-American performances. It calls us to greater determination and an unwavering spirit. To wear the red and white of Wittenberg is an honor, a tradition of excellence to uphold. So is the opportunity to tiger up. It's more than a phrase, it's a legacy that binds us, uniting us in victorious celebration and spurring us on to greater heights, even in defeat. Tiger Up echoes across campus, bridging the past and the present as we stand together as Wittenberg Tigers. With the trademark now officially ours, we embrace a new era where the roar of the Tigers resounds louder than ever before. And through it, we will continue to define what it means to compete at the highest levels, inspired by tradition and in full embrace of a promising future. Tiger Up.
I don't need giant stadiums. I don't need to be lectured. The world telling me how it's all falling apart before I've even gotten started. What I need is my own pen. I need mentors, advisors, and brilliant minds who put just as much into my success as I do. I need more than a university. I need a partner who believes that a higher education takes all of us.
I'm thrilled to be at Wittenberg at this time and place, as the university is perfectly positioned to welcome an esports program like none other. Wittenberg's impressive athletics tradition and Tiger Up spirit, mixed with a strong commitment to student success, will allow for a program that competes at the highest level while also caring deeply for each player, both personally and professionally. Esports at Wittenberg will not only be about gaming, but will also be about changing the game. Together, we will build a supportive, dynamic community as we bring our own distinct light to the global phenomenon of esports right here in Springfield, Ohio. It's time to Tiger Up. Let's go.
The Wittenberg Tigers lead Oberlin and the Yeo men at the intermission, 42-38, as we welcome you back here to the Tiger Sports Network, powered by TKDS. Jackson Lightcap with you here at Pam Evans Smith Arena as we welcome you back. As second half about ready to commence. Wittenberg, they have shot 47% from the field. Oberlin, they've shot 57% from the field, but Oberlin 7 turnovers. Wittenberg just 3 turnovers in that first half. Certainly the difference maker. Second half is underway as the EO men will start here on offense. They dish this one out. 3 on the way. Won't go. Shot there was taken by Busquet. Busquet could not get it. Here's Killens. Killens gets inside, but it was poked away. Trey Killens, the leading scorer for the Tigers, who's averaging 20 points per game so far this season. He's only got 4 points. Wittenberg, they were led by both Tyler Galuch and Dean Tatus. There's Harrison. Harrison had the first bucket of the first half, and he's got the first bucket here to begin the second half. Inside, goes up, and the big body, Michanovic, the 6'10", 225-pound sophomore center, backs his way inside and answers right back after that 2 was hit by Cameron Harrison. But going back to what I was saying, Dean Tate, 10 points. Tyler Galuch with 8 points. Both those players coming off the bench. Wittenberg, 26 bench points in that first half. They had 42 in the half. Killens navigating his way inside. Throws it up off the glass. Won't go. Killens just 2 for 6 from the field so far tonight. It's been a rough go at it for Trey Killens, who was your NCAC Player of the Week just a couple of weeks ago. The main playmaker for the Wittenberg Tigers, but he's got some help today, especially off the bench. Kubo with it out on the wing. Guarded here by Killens. Akubo looks to drive. The scoop shot layup won't go. Queen had the rebound for a second, lost it. Shot goes up. J.J. Gray can't get it. Jeff Queen with some terrific defense there, and the Tigers have it back the other way. Leaves this one over to Jeff Queen. Inside to Asher. Daniel Asher backs his way inside. No look pass out to Harrison. Harrison, the trifecta flies, but it flies a bit too strong. Can't get that one to go, and up the other end of the floor, here comes Oberlin. Give and go, beautiful dish inside. Michanovic, and Michanovic spent quite a bit of time in that first half on the bench. Michanovic, all 4 points so far for Oberlin here after 2 minutes have gone by in the second. Killens, 1 of the 3. Kubo closed in quickly. Killens looks to drive, had his pocket picked. Up ahead to Busquet. Busquet goes up, and the ball will go flying out of bounds. The official on the floor will say it was out against the Wittenberg Tigers. After convening with his partner, they will say it was out against Oberlin. So Wittenberg will take possession with 17:39 to play here in the game. Wittenberg 4-2 entering this season. They've played a very tough schedule. Oberlin 4-3 on the season on a 3-game winning streak. They look to snap their 15-game losing streak to the Tigers here tonight. Killens, the floater, just can't get it to fall. Trey Killens, a lid on a basket when he shoots. And a timeout taken in. Head coach Matt Croce is not happy. On the sideline, the head coach for the Tigers, and I believe he's going to be teed up. Technical foul there will go against the coach, Matt Croce. Croce, he was wanting a timeout called before Killens took that shot. He was not granted it. He went up and got in the face of the official. And a technical foul there called against head coach Matt Croce, the leader of the Tigers. So some technical free throws coming up for Akubo. And Akubo, his first shot knocked down. Akubo takes a trip for the first time to the free throw line. And Akubo will knock them both down. Technical foul called there on the Wittenberg bench on head coach Matt Croce. And now Oberlin has tied the game 44 apiece. And they will also get possession of the ball back. So Oberlin will have a chance to take their first lead since they led in this one 7-6. They have not led since the very beginning stages of this game. They were up 7-6 on Wittenberg. Then Wittenberg went on an 8-0 run. And ever since then, the Tigers have been in control. But J.J. Gray, with the ball in his hand, has a chance to change that. Kubo with it, working against Killens. Double team converges. 12 on the shot clock, plenty of time as we're south of 17 minutes to play. Inside, Michanovic. Michanovic going to work, goes up, and he's fouled. Whacked there by Daniel Asher. Asher can't believe it. And more free throws coming up for Oberlin. So taking a trip to the free throw line will be Milan Michanovic. And Michanovic will knock the first one down. Asher will check out. He'll pick up his second foul. That's team foul number 1 against the Tigers here in this second half. Michanovic, second free throw flies, and it's in. 46-44. Inside 17 minutes to play. And the Tigers trailing for the first time since the very beginning. In the beginning stages of the game, Killens has been ice cold. Outside, Queen, hand in his face, it doesn't matter. Jeff Queen from downtown, he's got 6. He had a trifecta at the beginning of the first half. The second made bucket of the game. Killens trying to jump the pass, can't get it. 5-on-4. Numbers in favor of Oberlin. Gets inside, Brown rejects it. Got his ball back. Shot goes up. That one won't go. Brown hustling. Gets the rebound. And here come the Tigers on offense. Full head of steam. Harrison has it. Pump fakes the 3. Got his defender up in the air. Looked to drive. Back to Harrison. Inside to Scott. Scott going to work. Outside to Harrison. Harrison. 10 on the shot clock. The floater on the inside won't go. Jeff Queen at the top of the key was wide open. Wanted possession of the ball, but it's up the other end of the floor. On the drive, gives this one over to Busquet. Busquet. Inside to J.J. Gray. The hook shot floater won't go. Killens rips down the rebound. Killens grabs his first board of the day. Killens gets inside. And a jump ball called. Possession stays with Wittenberg. Possession will stay with the Tigers, and we have a small break. Tigers in a close one against Oberlin. 47-46 with 15:25 to play. We'll be back here on the Tiger Sports Network, powered by TKDS. Back here on the Tiger Sports Network, Wittenberg leading 47-46 against Oberlin. These two teams, they've been in the NCAC for quite some time. A big rivalry as we open up conference play here on this Wednesday night. They launch this one back to Scott. Tigers with possession of the ball. Dean Tate and Tyler Galuch both back in. The leading scorers for the Tigers. And Galuch, speaking of gets inside, draws the foul, and Tyler Galuch heading to the line for free throw attempts. Number 5 and 6 for him on the day. He's 4 for 4 thus far. 8 points for Galuch, a chance to put himself up into double digits. Galucci's been perfect at the free throw line so far. First one a bit too strong. (15-17) to play here in the second. Galucci, 0 for 2. So Galucci can't get either of them to fall. Tigers, they still lead by 1 as here comes Oberlin. Oberlin with it. Feeds this one inside, knocked away by Dean Tate. Dean Tate was the one who knocked that one away. 10 on the shot clock. Okibo with it. Looks to drive, gets inside, whistle blown. And it'll be a block on Muhammad. Beg your pardon, that's Eddie Brown. Eddie Brown will be charged with the block. And Brown will pick up his third, team foul number 2 here in this second half. Free throws now coming up. Anastasis Spiroglu will take a trip to the line. Spiroglu did not play much in that first half, but when he was in, he was able to record 8 points. He's now up to 9. He's coming off a 19-point performance against Defiance, and with the way he's been able to score at will over these last couple of games, Spiroglu has certainly been able to start proving to his coaching staff and head coach Shiva Senthil that he deserves some more minutes. All knotted up here at 47 apiece. Here's Scott. Scott gives this one off to Tate. Tate over to Queen. Queen, 3 on the way. That one's a bit too short. Rebound ripped down by Spiroglu. Here comes Spiroglu. Up the floor. Whistle blown. He carried, and it's back the other way. The Tigers force another turnover. Dean Tate was in the area. Tigers forcing another turnover. Dean Tate was the one who came flying up on the defensive side. And the Tigers will take possession, knotted up at 47 apiece. Just south of 14 and a half minutes to play here in the second. Here's Killens. Killens outside to Galucci, to the top to Queen, over to Dean Tate. Tate, step back, 3, way short. Killens trying to get something going. He shot 2 for 7 so far from the field. He's not been able to get anything thus far. He's just got a lid on the basket, it seems like. Spiroglu drives a wide open lane. And Oberlin up by 2. Croce, head coach Matt Croce was wanting a clear out foul. Nothing was called. 2-point favorite for Oberlin. Outside, here's Queen. Over to Dean Tate. Back to Queen. The Tigers starting to move some of the ball around. All momentum here on Oberlin. Killens for 3. Killens that time too strong. Spiroglu goes up, pulls down the miss, and here comes the Oberlin offense. Up ahead to Spiroglu. To the corner. Looks to drive. Kicks back out to Okubo. Okubo gets a screen. Spiroglu slips by a defender, gets inside, goes up, rejected off the glass. The offensive putback is there for Michanovic. And it's the largest lead for Oberlin. They lead by 4. Wittenberg still plenty of time. Their offense has gone ice cold here in the second half. Galucci finds Scott. Scott high off the backboard, got it to fall. And a timeout taken by the Tigers. 12:41 to play. It's a 30-second timeout. Tigers, they trail by 2 on the Tigers Sports Network and also the TKDS Sports Network. 12:41 to play here in the second. Tigers, they trail Oberlin by 2. Oberlin, with a win here tonight, would advance to 1-0 in conference play, 5-3 on the year. They would have won their 4th straight, and this would be their first win against Wittenberg since 2015. Wittenberg with a win would advance to 1-0 in conference play, 5-2 on the season, and they would extend their winning streak against Oberlin to 16 games straight. These two teams will meet at Oberlin College later on in the season. Beautiful pass inside, goes up, a late whistle, and a foul, and some moans and groans coming from the Wittenberg crowd. That's going to go on Dawson Scott. Scott picks up his first, team foul number 3. And Spirit Glue will take a trip to the free throw line. Spirit Glue, 11 points so far in this one. He's 50% today at the free throw line, 1 for 2. So far in the season, Spirit Glue on the year, he has not taken many trips to the free throw line, but he is a 77% free throw shooter. He'll knock the first one down. Second one on the way, gets that one to fall as well. So Spirit Glue will go 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Oberlin, they lead by 4. Wittenberg, they have not shot well here from the floor in this second half. Shooting 43% from the field overall today. Inside, and a beautiful find. Dawson Scott goes up, knocks it down on the interior, and Scott brings his point total now up to 9. 3 for 5 from the field. Spirit Glue looks to drive, working against Asher. Great defense there by Daniel Asherhop to kick this one back out. Spirit Glue. Out to Akubo. 7 on the shot clock. Akubo slips by, gives this one off to Spirit Glue. Spirit Glue, ball fake on the outside, goes up, and a whistle is blown. Asher was the one in the vicinity, and he'll be the one called for the foul. Asher can't believe it. He thought that he was straight up and down. But the foul will go against Asher. It's his 3rd, team foul number 4, and we've reached a break. 11:29 to play in the game. Oberlin up on Wittenberg by 2. A lot of great games going across the NCAC. Opening night for NCAC play. We'll see, obviously, this one, Oberlin versus Wittenberg. Ohio Wesleyan taking on Worcester. Kenyon versus Muskingum University. Denison at Hiram. And then, of course, one of the top rivalries, if not the best rivalry in all of the NCAC. DePaul taking on Wabash. Game being played in Crawfordsville, Indiana at Wabash University. First free throw goes in for Spirit Glue. Spirit Glue at the free throw line, knocked the first one down. He's up to 12 on his point total. 13, and now make it 14. The leading scorer for Oberlin, and he has not had much playing time so far in this one. He's played the majority of the times in between the halves. 11:15 to play. Queen has it in the corner. Outside to Trey Killens. Killens looks to drive, trying to dish it to Scott, but it's poked away, intercepted. And here comes the Yeo men. Oberlin out to the wing, back up to the top of the key. They'll reset the offense. 20 on the shot clock. Gets a screen. Fall into the ground. Got it out to the wing. 3 on the way. Way short. Queen tracks down the rebound. Millard tried going for it. Outside to Stewary. Stewary looks to drive. Stewary, step back, lost control of it. As Busquet was the one who just picked his pocket outside to Millard, and another turnover for Wittenberg. This offense very dormant here in the second half. Ball tipped up in the air. Stewary trying to chase it down, but cannot. Inside, Spiraglu, turn around, jump shot on the way, can't hit it. And Jeff Queen rips down the rebound. Killen's 2 for 9 from the field, 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, 4 points in this one. Dean Tate, Tyler Galuch, 0 points combined after combining for 18 in that first half. They have 0 points combined through the first 10 minutes here of this second half. Killen's had this one poked away, but a foul was called. That foul will go on Zach Bronson, his first, team foul number 2. Killen's a little frustrated with himself, but he's a player that can pop off at any minute, and you get the sense that if he can pop off, it'll certainly help the Tigers out. Speaking of helping the Tigers out, Grayson Stewary from way downtown into the corner, knocks it down. And the Tigers back within 1 as we're inside 10 minutes to play in the game. Ball's on the ground. Queen picked it up. Here comes Dean Tate. Outside to Queen, over to Stewary. He's had the hot hand, and it continues. Grayson Stewary back to back trifectas, and the Tigers back on top by 2. The Wittenberg Tigers. Stewary, his 3rd trifecta of the game. He's got 9 and a timeout on the floor. 9:38 to play. The Tigers picking back up momentum, all behind Grayson Stewary and his 9 points. Hello, Grayson Stewary. Grayson Stewary, the 5'11 freshman guard from Ashland, Ohio. Back-to-back trifectas nailed. He's had the hot hand. He's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. He's got 9. Ties the second leading scorer for Wittenberg today, right behind Dean Tate, who's got 10. Wittenberg, they've played 10 players so far in this one. They've had 9 put up points to get on the scoreboard. Kick out to the corner, stepped on the sideline. J.J. Gray turns it over, and the Tigers back up on top. They'll have a chance once again to increase their lead as here comes Dean Tate. Tate will walk it up the floor. All momentum now with Wittenberg. Cheerleaders, the crowd starting to get back into it. Here's Stewary. Double team converges on Stewary, who's had the hot hand. Inside to Queen. Queen looks to drive, gets inside, pump fakes off the glass, a bit too short, but the foul will be called. In the area, Hassan snipes Ray. That'll be his 3rd, team foul number 3 with 9:01 to play, and Jeff Queen taking a trip to the charity stripe. Queen, this is his first trip to the free throw line here tonight. First one off the mark. Queen, not the best of free throw shooters. 43%. We'll go 50% here. Brings up his totals now, 4 for 9 on the season. So just below 50% for Jeff Queen. As we're just below 9 minutes to play. 3-point game in favor of Wittenberg. Kubo drives, gets this one inside. Beautiful backdoor cut. And snipes Ray, lays it up and in. Tate quickly up the floor, try getting it. Stewary outside Tate. Tate for 3. Tate knocks it down. Dean Tate, he's got 13. The leading scorer for the Tigers here tonight. And Wittenberg back up by 4. Tate, perfect from beyond the arc. 3 for 3, 5 for 6 from the field. The Tigers back up by 4. That offense starting to wake up inside Michanovic. And Michanovic, beautiful pass, gets that one to go. Wittenberg pushing the tempo with Dean Tate. Now they're have to slow down Oberlin this time, expecting it. Outside to Sturry. So we tick down to 8 minutes to play. Tate outside to Queen. Queen drives. And they have to reset the offense with Tate. 10 on the shot clock. Tate gets a screen. Tate for 3. This one a bit too short. Scott, the offensive rebound, goes up. He's rejected. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Hassan Snipes Ray. And Wittenberg will retain possession. They lead by 2 with 7:42 to play. We have a timeout on the floor, and we'll be back here on the Tiger Sports Network after this message from Wittenberg University.
I don't need giant stadiums. I don't need to be lectured. The world telling me how it's all falling apart before I've even gotten started. What I need is my own pen. I need mentors, advisors, and brilliant minds who put just as much into my success as I did. I need more than a university. I need a partner who believes that a higher education takes all of us.
The Wittenberg Tigers, they have had a spark here in the last couple of minutes. First, it was Grayson Stewery with back-to-back trifectas to put the Tigers back up on top. And then it was Dean Tate who also knocked down the trifecta. How about this? Wittenberg, back-to-back-to-back trifectas. They were trailing in this one. They had a couple of free throws in that mix as well. And Wittenberg, they have shot terrific from beyond the arc in general tonight. 53% from beyond the arc. They've shot 46% from the field. Oberlin just 44% from beyond the arc. They've shot 49% from the field. Tigers retain possession. Coming out of the media break. Eddie Brown leaves it inside to Queen. 10 on the shot clock. Queen trying to muscle his way inside. He'll go up. He'll draw the foul. That foul will go on Hassan Snipes Ray. He'll pick up his 4th. Team foul number 4, and Hassan Snipes Ray will more than likely have to be heading to the bench. 4th foul for Snipes Ray. When he's been on the floor, he has been a playmaker for Oberlin. 6 points, 3 for 4 from the field. He also has pulled down a rebound. As Queen, his first free throw, no good, and Snipes Ray will check out, checking back in. Anastassis Spiriglou. So Spiriglou will check back in for Oberlin. And Queen will go 1 for 2. It's still a one-score game. Wittenberg will go back to the full-court press. Something they've executed to perfection here over the last couple of minutes. And they almost got another turnover. Dean Tate with the busy hands just couldn't pull it down as they leave this one off inside. Michanovic goes up, the offensive putback, he's fouled. And it pays off to have a 6'10", 225-pound senior down low, sophomore center down low. Went to the Western Reserve Academy. Shot on the way, and the first one will fall in for Michanovic. Couple of subs checking back in. Stewery and Dean Tate will check out. So will Jeff Queen. Harrison, Killens, and Galuch all back in for the Tigers. Galuch, the true freshman. He's put up 8 points thus far. Michanovic knocks them both down. 62-61 your score as we close in on 7 minutes to play. This game's going to be a whole lot better before it's over. You get the sense of it. Here's Killens. Killens tried dishing it out wide, and the ball was tipped and off of Galuch. Galuch, wrong place, wrong time. It was tipped by J.J. Gray. Oberlin gets the turnover that they need. Wittenberg, only their 6th turnover of the game. They dish this one out to the corner. 3 on the way. Won't go. Killens rips down the rebound. Killens up the floor. Feeds this one over to Harrison. Harrison, he's knocked down a couple of trifectas as well. Brown looks to drive out to Harrison. Pump fakes the 3. Gets inside. Beautiful find to Scott. Scott goes up. He draws the contact. Scott's whacked, and he will head to the free throw line. Foul there will go on Michanovic, his 2nd, team foul number 5. Both teams committing 5 fouls here in the second half. Scott at the free throw line, a place where he's been perfect thus far, 4 for 4. Scott goes 2 for 2. He's 5 for 5 on the day. And Dawson Scott, he's got 10. Second leading scorer for Wittenberg. Wittenberg, they've been able to get it done as a team effort when it comes to the point totals. 5 players with 8 or more points inside Michanovic, and showing off the size and making it look easy. Up ahead, Wittenberg pushing the tempo. Brown gets inside. Reverse layup won't go. Here comes Oberlin. They got numbers. Spiraglu, coast to coast. Oberlin back on top. And here comes Harrison. The Tigers. Costly turnover on the other end of the floor results in some points. Here's Galuch. Galuch looks to drive, muscles his way in, won't get that one to go. Long rebound, and it's going to be pulled down by Oberlin. Here comes Oberlin, another fast break, 2-on-1. Shot goes up, rejected by Killens, but a late whistle and a foul. Killens sent one back in the first half. He almost sent one back here. But they're going to get Killens for the foul, his first, team foul number 6. Wittenberg fans not happy about that one. Some moans and groans from the crowd. Starting to erupt as well. First one knocked down by Okubo. Kubo from Los Angeles, California. Taking the trip across the country to play in the NCAC at Oberlin College. Knocks that one down. 3-point game. Wittenberg, they trail by 3. Wittenberg has it. Looks to drive. Kick out to Queen. Queen over to Eddie Brown. Harrison back to Brown. Brown to Queen. Pump fakes the 3. Queen drives inside. Beautiful find to Scott. Scott just can't get it. He's fouled from behind. And it is a foul party down low. This time it's going on Michanovic. That'll be his 3rd, team foul number 6. Both teams 1 foul away from putting each other in the bonus. And Scott back to the free throw line where he's been 5 for 5 so far. Now 6 for 6 and a chance to make it 7 for 7. Scott's got 11. Scott, that time it's short. 2-point game. A lot of basketball to be played. Closing in on 5 minutes. Oberlin with possession. Outside. Spiraglu. Back out. They'll reset the offense with 15 seconds. Okubo, the point guard with it. Here's Okubo, the 5'8 junior guard. Drives in, and the bucket is good. Inside 5 minutes. 4-point contest. Queen has it. Here's Jeff Queen. Queen going to work. Muscling his way inside. Backs up from the free throw line. He knocks it down. Big time shot there by Jeff Queen. Queen, he's got 10. 3rd Wittenberg Tiger player into double digits here tonight. And it's back to a 1-score games. 2-point game. just north of 4 minutes to play. Oberlin, they're going to start trying to take some time off the scoreboard. Outside, 3 on the way, won't go. Rebound, hold down by Eddie Brown, and here come the Tigers. A chance to tie or take the lead inside 4 minutes. Brown gives this one over to Harrison. Harrison looking to give this one to Killens. Instead, he'll find this one, put it in the hands of Queen. Shot clock down to 10. Here's Harrison. Outside to Killens. Killens drives, pulls up, free throw line. There he goes, Trey Killens. His first bucket of the second half. And not only that, the first bucket in over 30 minutes of game time for Trey Killens. He's got 6. And if they could get him going in the final 3.5 minutes of this game, Wittenberg, they may have one more run in him. Michanovic on the inside, backs his way in. Oberlin back on top as we approach crunch time. Killens out to Eddie Brown. Harrison, Wittenberg again. Chance to tie or take the lead. As we're in crunch time, inside 3 minutes to play. Queen lost control of it. Trey Killens tracks it down. Shot clock down to 6. Killens has the ISO. Killens gets inside, high off the glass, won't go. A bit too strong as Killens hit the deck. Couldn't get it to go, but he had to take the shot because the shot clock was winding down. And with 2.5 minutes to play, Oberlin can start trying to sit on the basketball as long as they can. Oberlin with possession. Kubo. Spear glue. Outside to J.J. Gray. Inside. Pass inside to Michanovic. Michanovic caught for the clear out. Michanovic will be caught for the clear out. And a timeout taken. 71-69. Oberlin on top of Wittenberg. 2:20 to play. The finale coming up next when we return to the Tigers Sports Network, powered by TKDS. .220 to play. It's a 2-point game in favor of Oberlin, but the Tigers will take possession of the ball. A chance to tie or take the lead. Wittenberg, their largest lead in this one, 10 points. It happened in the first half. Oberlin, their largest lead, 4 points. Dean Tate checks back in. He's had the hot hand so far in this game. The leading scorer for the Tigers with 13. Queen wanted the 3 instead, kicks this one over to Killens. Killens muscles his way inside, goes up, he'll draw the contact. And Killens taking a trip to the free throw line. Killens heading to the free throw line for the first time today, a place where he shot 74% on the season. Just 122 ticks on the scoreboard remaining in regulation. Killens knocks the first one down. Killens went over 30 minutes of game time without a score. He's now got the last 4 points for the Wittenberg Tigers. And we're knotted up at 71 apiece here in crunch time at Pam Evans Smith Arena. Oberlin with possession, a chance to take the lead. Akubo with it at the top of the key. Okubo gets inside, adjusts at the rim, goes up. And he's hit pretty hard. Okubo taking a trip to the free throw line. Team foul number 7 going against the Tigers. But 2 free throws coming up for Yuki Okubo. Okubo so far today, he's got 8 points. He is 4 for 4 at the free throw line. First one on its way. No good. It rattles out. Second one on the way for Okubo, and Okubo will knock that one down. The Yeo men up by 1. Inside 1:40 to play. Tigers have the basketball with a chance to take the lead. Give it go to Killens. Killens to Tate. Gives it back to Tate. Wittenberg going to work on the offense. Oberlin staying pretty close. Outside to Queen. They're reset. 10 on the shot clock. Queen gets inside. Goes up. He's whacked. Free throws coming up for Jeff Queen. That foul should be going on Michanovic. It is. It's his 4th. 2 free throws coming up for Jeff Queen. Queen, he's been 50% at the free throw line. A chance to tie or give the Tigers a lead. First one's in. Tie game with 1:19. Dawson Scott checks back in for Daniel Asher. Shot on the way. Queen can't get it to go. We're knotted up with 1:20. Once again, tied here at 72. Queen 3 for 6 at the free throw line. 65 seconds to play. Kubo inside, shot on the way, won't go. Brown pulls down the rebound. Here comes Wittenberg. Killens has it. They'll reset the offense and a timeout taken by the Wittenberg Tigers. 53 seconds to play here in the second. The Wittenberg Tigers today, they've been led by 42 bench points. So out of the 72 points that they have, 42 of those points coming to players off the bench, such as Dean Tate with 13, Dawson Scott with 12, Grayson Stewart with 9, Tyler Galuch with 8. It's been an absolute tremendous effort for the Wittenberg Tigers and that bench. Wittenberg, they started shooting the 3-ball real well here in this second half. They're up to 53% from beyond the arc here on the game. 45% from the field. Oberlin, 48% from the field, but only 36% from beyond the arc. 4 for 11 for Oberlin. Wittenberg, they've hit 9 trifectas. Oberlin, they've turned it over 11 times. Wittenberg, just 7. And it all comes down to the final 53 seconds. Wittenberg will have 1 timeout remaining. Oberlin will have 2. Wittenberg wanted a chance to draw up a play. Queen gets this one into Scott. And now up at the top of the key to Trey Killens. Killens to the wing to Tate. Tate dribbling around, finds a lane, gets inside, dishes it out to Queen. 6 on the shot clock. Queen gets inside, goes up, adjusts at the rack. He got it to fall. Got it to fall. Jeff Queen gives the Tigers the lead with 32 seconds remaining. Big possession here for Oberlin and for the Tigers. Crowd starting to get on their feet with 23 seconds. Gray has it, ball poked away, but a foul was called. Trey Killens will be called for the foul. It'll be his second. Team foul number 8 and free throws, at least the 1-and-1 coming up for Oberlin, and big free throws coming up for J.J. Gray. Tiger fans trying to tiger up and make some noise. Gray at the free throw line. First one, it's good. And this one will be for the tie with just inside 20 seconds remaining here in regulation. Gray on the way. knocks it down. And it's now a tie game with 16 seconds. The Wittenberg Tigers will have a chance to win it here. Shot clock's turned off, down to 10 seconds. The Tigers have one timeout if they want it. Killens has it. Killens, step back, shot on the way, the game winner! He knocks it down! Trey Killens knocks it down with 2 seconds on the scoreboard! And the Tigers up by 2, timeout taken by Oberlin. Trey Killens, he's been dormant all game long. But it does not matter here. He gets the go-ahead score with 2 seconds left. The Tigers lead by 2. They need 1 defensive stop, and they need to make sure that they do not foul because Oberlin, they are in the bonus. Oberlin will burn a timeout. They have 1 more remaining as they will try to draw up a play down on their sideline. What a shot by Trey Killens. We mentioned he's been dormant all game long, but he came to life in the final 4 minutes of the game. 6 points for Killens over the last 6 minutes. And Trey Killens hit the go-ahead bucket and the possible game winner. Wittenberg, they need to stop. 2 seconds remaining. We'll wait and see what Oberlin draws up. I would expect either a Hail Mary down the court or either launch a 3 for the win. They have to inbound it at the baseline. Wittenberg, they're going to press. They got to make sure not to foul. Going to inbound it will be Busquets. And now Wittenberg will burn a timeout. It'll be a full timeout taken by the Wittenberg Tigers with 2.2 seconds showing on the scoreboard. Trey Killens, the go-ahead score. 76-74. Tiger fans ecstatic here in Pam Evans Smith Arena. NCAC just getting underway for the 2023-2024 season. Wittenberg and Oberlin going at it here in Springfield, Ohio at Pam Evans Smith Arena, and it's been a classic. Oberlin looking to snap a 15-game losing streak against the Wittenberg Tigers. The Tigers trying to extend it to 16 and go to 1-0 in the NCAC. Coming out of the timeout, Wittenberg, they're out of timeouts. Oberlin, they have 1 left. Wittenberg wanted a chance to see how they were going to line up to try to inbound it, and now we will officially go with the inbound. What a classic. Busquets to inbound it. Busquets inbounds it to Gray. And a timeout taken by Oberlin with 1.7 seconds showing on the scoreboard. That timeout taken by Oberlin will let them inbound the ball up the floor just a little bit. It should be able to get them an easier shot. But nonetheless, it should just be a catch, maybe a dribble or two, and shoot for Oberlin. Oberlin, their lead scorer today, has been Michanovic, who's got 18. He's your post player. Coming to life here in the second half, Michanovic, 16 points here in the second half. We also have Anastasis Spiroglu, who has 17. He shot 50% from the field and 50% from beyond the arc. J.J. Gray, their leading scorer on the year, he's got 13. And Oberlin will have a chance to force overtime or go for the win. Both teams out of timeouts. The finale coming up in just a moment. Killens the go-ahead score. Oberlin a chance to win it. They do add 0.2 seconds back on the scoreboard. Wittenberg just has got to be careful not to foul. If they foul, it'll be free throws, and Oberlin will have a chance to force OT. Busquets will go to inbound it. Launches this one up. Dean Tate, interception, and the Wittenberg Tigers will win opening night of NCAC action. They tried getting it inside low to Milun Michanovic, and the Wittenberg Tigers defense, they step up. It was Trey Killens, the go-ahead score, and it was Dean Tate, the football player for the Tigers, who goes up and hauls down the INT to seal the deal. Wittenberg wins it 76-74 in a classic over Oberlin College. That is now 16 straight wins for the Tigers against Oberlin. Oberlin, their drought will continue. They have not beaten since November 15th of 2015. And that'll continue as the fight song reigns across Pam Evans Smith Arena. And what a classic. Wittenberg 1-0 in conference, 5-2 on the year. Oberlin, their 3-game winning streak will come to an end. 0-1 in conference, 4-4 to start the very young season. Wittenberg wins at 76-74. Wittenberg shot 47% from the field, 53% from beyond the arc, 9 of 17, 74% from the free throw line. They turned over the ball 7 times. Here's your big number, 42 bench points for the Wittenberg Tigers. The bench outscoring their starters. As for Oberlin, 74 points. They shot 48% from the field, 36% from beyond the arc, 4 of 11, 86% from the free throw line, 12 turnovers, 25 bench points. Oberlin, they were led by Michanovic with 18, Spiraglu with 17, and J.J. Gray with 13. Wittenberg, 10 players playing, 9 of them recording points, and 5 of them recording 8 or more, 6 of them recording 7 or more. Jeff Queen with 13, Dean Tate with 13, Scott with 12, Killens with 10, Stewart with 9, Galuch with 8, and Cameron Harrison with 7. It was Killens, the game winner, and Tate, the game-sealing interception. Wittenberg ends up winning it 76-74 over Oberlin. What an incredible matchup, and folks, once again, thanks for joining us here on the Tiger Sports Network and the TKDS Sports Network from Pam Evans Smith Arena with our producer Kevin Fowler, all of our great student help from Wittenberg University. I'm Jackson Lycap. Just another reminder, Tiger up, Tigers win it, 76-74. Good night.